Alright, I'm going to design a simple 5 timers flip-flop. So you want to create a new project here. I'm using a Kicad. You can use any software you wanted to create a new project. Just click on this one, but I'm already created a project here, so I'm going to go to schematic, double click on this, and I'm going to start dropping component here. We click on A, or click on this little icon here. All right, so we want the NA 5 timers. 5 timers. Okay, I'm gonna pick the D1. All right, here we go. I'm gonna place it right there, and I'm gonna need a couple components too. We need the capacitors. Okay, let's see capacitors. Let's see. Here's the small. It's fine to me. And we need another one. It's ceramic one, unpolarized. That's pretty good. All right. We need to put it right here somewhere. Let's see, right there. All right. I'm gonna need some resistor, of course. Resistors. Resistor. Okay, just set. All right. So let me see. Click out. Move this out of the way. Move this one too out of the way. Should. All right. We're gonna need some pin too. So click on it here. We need some connectors. Alright, we need 2 pin here, like one for ground and then one for VCC for the current that goes in. So when I rotate, click on R to rotate. Maybe not a good idea. Okay. Alright, there you go. We need that. Okay, so we need to double click on this one to add a footprint. Okay, you already have a footprint. That's good. Oh, let's see. We're gonna need more than that, more than one resistors. So I'm gonna double click this one to add a footprint for the values. Okay, we won't bother that one yet. So for the values, we're gonna use like a surface mount 808 or 805. That's what I'm gonna use, which is pretty simple. Packaging. So we got that. We need 2 of them. So I'm gonna click on Control D and then to duplicate and put it up here. Move this one down. Move this one down too. This one too, and nope. We need the ground, of course. Should trying to move this one, but it's not moving. Alright, click on this one or click on P to find the ground. That's like that. It's pretty good. Okay, I can place one here and double click. Click on this one and then duplicate. Control D to duplicate. Put one here. And what I want to do, this is the pin. You're going to take the input voltage and then the ground. So I won't do the wiring. What I'm going to do is just label it out. So we're going to connect it together. We also need LEDs for the flip-flop. So the light going to go on and up and down, up and down. So I'm going to put it here. Let me rotate this. Okay, we need 2 of them. So I'm going to just click on it and then duplicate. Control D, of course. And so I'm gonna need 2 resistors, of course, for this one. So I'm going to duplicate one of these and put it here. Let me just move this one a little bit up, just like that, and then move this one down here. Shoot, it's really hard to move around. Right, one more. I'm going to duplicate this one too. And we have 2 LEDs. We need 2 resistors, of course. Those resistors are kind of like a current limiting, so the LED doesn't burn. So let me arrange this back here. Okay, the LED, maybe put it up before the resistor. Doesn't matter, just keep it that way. Alright, and of course we need the ground. So I'm going to duplicate this one, Control D, and then put one right here. Just about that. Alright, that looks about right. So, alright, what else do we need? So let me add some footprint to this one. For the footprint, we're going to use the same thing. Surface mount 805. That's good. Let's see this one. Alright, footprint is good. Footprint is kind of like the physical space on the board where you can solder the components. And we need this one too. This got to be pin head. I'm going to step on pin head. That's 2 of them. Just 1, 2. So let's see. Those are kind of like a generic one. This is surface mounting up. We need this 2 holes, so we're going to be vertical. Let me see. Alright, okay, should be 2. That's 3. Alright, let me see. Connect the 2 pin head. Okay, I need 2, not 3. Talk about this one, surface mount. Nope, not surface mount. We need vertical one. I think that's it. Alright, this looks perfect. Okay, grab it, click OK. And yep, that's it. So for the flip-flop, we need 2 resistors that will serve as the RC constant, and this is the capacitors. So we're gonna start the wiring. So I'm gonna click on this, maybe click on wire, that'll make it a little bit easier. Maybe not, it's just good. Let me just skip it, and then wire this one from here to here, and then we're gonna wire from here. Shit, let me skip. Wire from there to there. All right, wire from here to here. Okay, maybe I need to move this one a little bit so it doesn't make that little. Oh shit. Okay, move this one a little bit. Alright, look about right. And this one has to be connected to the VCC, so I'm gonna grab this one up here, and then we can connect this one right here, just like that. This one has to be connected to VCC, of course, just like that. It's pretty good. I guess I need one of these. Just duplicate this one and put it right here, so it's kind of like a ground, and we can put it right there. Okay, just like that. Perfect. So this is a control capacitors, so I'm gonna put it about right there, maybe a little bit there. Then duplicate this one, Control D, and then I'm gonna rotate a little bit, so we got something like that. Okay, so I'm gonna wire that right there, and we have a control pin right here. Alright, this two, let's move it a little bit, and then I can wire it. I'll click on that one and put it right there. Alright, that looks good. And we need the resistors. This is all LEDs, so when there's no current flowing, the LED gonna light up. When the capacitor is in discharge mode, the other one gonna light up. So it's kind of like a flip and flop mode. So we'll put it right there, and one more right here. Oh, shoot, one there, and alright, this one gonna need to be just a little bit. Okay, click it and grab it. Perfect. Okay, and this one got to be connected to the power rails right there. All right. Okay, that's looking good. This pin will be like the trigger and the threshold. Those two are kind of connected. They kind of monitor the voltage across the capacitors, so they're kind of like they are the same. Okay, I'm going to link them together here. Let me grab this one right there. So as long as the voltage, when the voltage across the capacitor go below like 1/3 is triggered, and then when it go above, then the threshold kind of react. So we have a charge and then discharge of the capacitor right here. So this one is a discharge capacitor, which got to be linked to this. So you're going to discharge through R2, I mean R1. So the discharge will happen through these capacitors, these resistors. So the capacitor going to get charged through those two resistors, R1 and R2, and then the discharge going to happen only on the R1 capacitors. Alright, let me add some values here. Just click on it and click V. For the values, we'll go for 1 amps, and this one will be just 2K. Click on V, and that will be like 0.7 seconds, about something like that. But when you use the time constant formula, you get the value you want it to. The time you're gonna stay on, which is equal to 0.7 time R1 plus R2 multiplied by the capacitance. For the capacitance, I'm gonna go with for now I'm gonna stay with 2.2 microfarad. You can change it to your need, like how you want it to stay on and off, so you can adjust as you wanted to. So I think we okay, the LED, the output had to be connected to this wire here. So what's going on here is we have two LEDs on and off. So when the output is off, this LED turns on. When the LED is on, when the output is high, then this one turns on. And the voltage across this one is the input minus 1.7 or 1.8. It can vary a little bit. So you can use that voltage to calculate the voltage. The resistor here from this one, I'm just gonna go with just 1K. Okay, it depends on the input. So if you're using like a 9-volt battery, then you're gonna use the Ohm's law to determine the voltage across this one, and then use it to determine the resistance. So for this one too, I'm going to just use 1K for now. So we want to take the values. What's the values? Let's go pretty broadly. Alright, change the value to 1K. That's another way to change values for your components. Alright, so what else do we need? So the capacitors, we need footprint for that too. That will be 0805, I guess. Yep. And for the values for the capacitor, this is 0.01. Alright, this is the control pin. It's kind of we use that control pin to kind of vary the voltage across the threshold voltage, but we are not doing that, so we're gonna kind of connect it to ground, so we're not using it with a capacitor of 0.1. This is according to the data sheet. And yeah, I think we're done with all the values that we need. So let me see if we have a footprint for this one. Not yet. Alright, let me add the footprint. We're still going to use the 0805 packaging. Let me give it a picture now. Okay, so pretty good. Let me go ahead and select that one. Okay, let's see if the 5 timer have yes, data sheets footprint. Alright, that's it. And the pin 4, that's the reset. It's kind of connected to like the voltage, so we're gonna put it here and then connect it to VCC, which is pin 1. Alright, I think everything is connected as a share. Now let me go ahead and run like ERC and see the result being complete. Okay. Let me see if we need a notation here. Just do a notation. Come on, just automatically, and then we're gonna run ERC to check if there's any errors. Okay, I'm seeing some over here, so let's see. Alright, we don't need a warning one, can just ignore that. Input voltage not driven. Okay, that's standard error in the Kicad. Since we don't have a voltage going in here, so what we need to do is add some flags. So we want to click on P and then search for something called a flag. Okay, flag. Okay, there you go. And then put one here. Essentially it's not in error at all, but it's just Kicad thing. So I'm gonna duplicate this one and Control D, shoot. Okay, that's too bad. Okay, I want to click this one and then duplicate it. Damn it. Alright, fine. We'll add a new one. It's no big deal. Okay, let's rotate this one a little bit. Alright, and put it right here. Now just run ERC again. Pin not connected. What does that mean? Okay, good. So just need to move this one a little bit. Okay, we got to be connected to what? Let me put it right here. Alright, I think that should solve the problem now. Let me run again. Alright, no more errors. Pretty good. Now we can close this one and then we can go to the PCB layers. So we're done with the schematic. Now we're gonna move ahead with the PCB. So I'm going to click on the PCB. Now we're gonna update it from the schematic. Update from schematic. Okay. And this is what we're gonna do, the layout of the PCB. Alright, let's see. I think we don't have the LEDs. That's a problem. Did I have a footprint for this for the LEDs? Nope, I do not. Okay, that's what we're getting here. So for the LED, I'm gonna go for through holes. So we want it to have a little bit of height. So let's see. Let's take this one. Let me look at the 3D model. All right, so pretty good. I'm gonna grab that and click OK, and then do the same for this one too. I'm gonna use a tool hole, 3 millimeters. That's pretty good. Click OK, and then let's save this one, and then come back here and update it from the schematic. Close. So we got our 2 LEDs. So what I'm gonna do, I wanted to put the LED in the middle, maybe on the edge. I don't know. Let's see. This is the tedious part of electronic design. It's really messy here, so let me see what we can do. Remove all of those. Just hover over this one, then click on M, just grab it, and then M, then grab it. So let's see. I don't know. Maybe we'll put we have one R1 and R2. Let me have them on the left. Yeah, R2. Okay, so just like that. Look good. And then we need the capacitors. I think it's this one. And maybe I need to rotate a little bit. Maybe not. Okay. Okay, let me rotate a little bit. Why is it going up there? It's weird. Okay, then let me move this one up and then rotate this one. Okay. Rotate. This is really just about there. Look at this one too. Yes, that looks about right to me. I'm gonna put this one in the middle. Maybe we'll keep both LEDs on the right side. So let me click on this one and maybe put it right there. Right. Grab this one. This is the pin, so they got to be on the left side at the edge. So let me grab this one, bring it right there. Maybe bring it close to this guy. Grab this one too. Bring it close. That's the resistor. Alright. Capacitors. Okay. Maybe capacitor can steal those. Okay. That's the resistors out here. Maybe I can have it right here. I don't know. Looks about right, isn't it? Okay, let me see if I can rearrange this one a little bit. Maybe it's not bad. Let's keep it out. It's fine. About this one. This is the resistors. Okay, pretty good. Okay. See, this is the output. Let me see if I can rotate this one. This doesn't look good. Alright, I think we'll have it this way so we can rotate it. That's pretty good. Let me see if I can grab this one and then bring it up here and rotate a little bit. Alright, the ground is fine. We don't need that ground at all. So this one close to it. That's the resistor, right? Should be in the middle here, but I'm gonna put it right here. I think it looks nice there. Okay, let me see if I can move this one a little bit more. Maybe rotate it. Okay, nope. Oh, it's pretty good. We can put it right there. Alright, so what do we need next? This is ground, doesn't matter here. Okay, now let me go ahead and then do the for the board side. I'm gonna go with a circle. I think a circle will look nice, but let's keep it simple. Okay, I'm gonna go for rectangle. Okay, well, it's like this one. We need to go to edge cards, so we need to change the layers. We need to find edge cards. Maybe select it from here. We need edge cards. Right, I'm gonna find edge cut. There you go. and then select that one. Perfect. So I'm gonna do something like this. Alright, that looks about right. And then maybe I can move this one up a little bit. So great to me. That's good. Maybe move this one a little bit down. Okay. And I'm gonna use the plane like I'm gonna do a copper pour. So I got this one, and then do a copper pour, and we'll just select everything here. That will be on the ground plane. So on the ground plane, we're just gonna have a copper. So I'm gonna select everything. I'm gonna stay down actually a little bit for rectangle, like that. Alright, then click on B, or just come to tool, I believe. Yep, that tool, maybe edit, and then click on this one. There we go. Perfect. Now we'll do the wiring. So I'm gonna click on wire, and let's start with the wiring. Perfect. We want a couple stuff here and there and there. Oh, this is gonna be a little bit weird. Okay, at this point I think I'm gonna have to do it on the, just because I can wire the whole, I can wire the copper over another copper, so I'm gonna do it on the back. So I'm gonna flip it to the back, so I'm gonna go on the back, and then we'll do it from here. So from here we can do something like oh shoot, okay, I can still go in there. Okay, it should be. Oh, alright, I see what's going on. I was doing the whole thing the wrong way. Alright, what we want to do is just, we want to wire this too. I can wire this one. Just click on the V to place the V out right there. And then go from the bottom and then come over here, place another V right here, and then grab it from there. Oops, go here, and there we go. Perfect. Next step, we need to wire this one and this one. I can do this one from the top, it's fine, just like that. Now we're gonna run TLC, see if we don't have any errors, right? A couple of them, let's see. Okay, this might be kind of too close probably. I'm gonna move it up, just like that. And then delete this one, so maybe move a little bit up. They're kind of too close probably. Shoot. Move it up. Alright, it's perfect. Grab it. This one and wire that one. Alright, next step. Okay, this one too looks too close. What I'm gonna do is just shoot. What's this? I'm gonna move it right there and then clean this up. Oh, damn it. Okay. Yep, I want to move this one, click on M's, and then move it right here. Okay, delete this one. So, okay, wire it right down. Oops. Alright, that's better. Okay, so let's run again. Ooh, okay, 2 more. Okay, that's some vibrating. So sorry, what's that supposed to mean? Oops, this one gotta go. Let's remove this one. Let me run again. Alright. Here. Alright, maybe I should change that clearance here. Let's go to, let's just set up the board 2 millimeters. Clearance to me, that does look fine to me. I don't know. I'm probably gonna need to change the footprint of this one. Let's go back to the schematic. I'm gonna change the footprint. Doesn't matter. Let's just change it. Yep. All right. We'll change the footprint. Change the footprint. Take like a pinhead or something. Maybe we go P3. Let's go P3. Okay, P3, something like that. That looks good to me. Let me see. Maybe not. I think the pad is kind of too small. I don't know if I'm gonna find better options. Oh, is it 1.7? I think that should do it. I'm sure of it. 2.7. That should be okay. Close. Then go back to the schematic. Command P. I can do here. Just update from schematic. Alright. Let's run the B again. Okay. I think that's will be the still problem. Let me run again. See. Alright, that seems to be done. Alright, what do we have here? What's that mean anyway? Missing connections? I don't know. Oh, okay, I forgot one. Okay, here. Just like that. I think we're good now. Alright, no more errors. Okay. What I'm gonna do is add some mountain holes. Maybe we don't need, maybe I need. Let's see. Let's see. Pam, pam, pam. This is the 3D model. We have a 5-5 timer right here. And the 5 timer is kind of surface mount. Maybe that's why I couldn't wire the whole thing on the bottom one. Yes. So we have the two LEDs. Those gonna just flip and flop based on the capacitors and the two resistors, R1 and R2. And then we have the input here. So there's one issue with this one. It's now gonna set what we call like we need to protect this one against reverse polarity. So let me go ahead and add some diode here. Okay, for reverse polarity. So let me see if I can add a component here, because if you put the power in the wrong way, you might damage the whole 5-5 timer. So let's see if I can add some diode here. Let's see, and this is fine. Maybe one N40 generic diode. That's pretty good to me. Doesn't matter. So I'm gonna put it this way, right? So when you do reverse polarity, the current won't go through. So I'm just gonna put it this way. It's perfect. Shit. Just a little protections. I kind of learned it the hard way. I remember playing with for the 5-5 timers, and I put on the power in the wrong way, and kind of sort of smelling weird. So after a couple of minutes, it was completely gone. So I have to replace the 5-5 timers. So this is kind of like a little bit of protections. Okay. What's going on here anyway? Damn it. This one over way, and then put it this way. All right. Now we have a protection diode. Let's go back to the schematic and update this whole thing. Close. Oh, this is quite big, the footprint. Oh lord. Okay. Alright. Let's see if I can change the footprint a little bit. Let me go back to the here and then see if I can change the footprints. Footprint. Let's see if I can have a surface mount one. Oh, 805. I don't know. Nope. You know what? I'm gonna just take this out. The video is getting already long already, so I'm gonna move it out, but just be careful not to put a positive and like connect the battery in the wrong way. Otherwise you're going to just blow up your 5 timers. So you're gonna make sure the positive go to the positive and then negative go to negative. Alright, I think I'm gonna stop here, just save this one, and let me update this one from the PCB since we don't have the diode anymore. Okay, this one can go away, just delete it. Okay, let me go back to the model. Alright, let me run the DLC one more time, close, and there we go. The 3D model, there we go. You can export this 3D model if you want to design a little enclosure for that. So to do that, you want to go to file and then go to export and then select step file, and then you do the export. Okay, now for the manufacturing step, you want to generate the cover file and then the drill. So what you want to do, you want to go right here and go to export. Is that export the fabrication? I believe, yeah, fabrication output, and then you want to click on this one, and you want the front and then back, seal screen, and whatever you want, and then select the file where you want to put it, and then we don't need to run this one, and then click on plug. So we need a drill too, so different holes, so they know where to punch the board, so you can put in the material component that need 2 holes. I think that's all it is to it. Okay, next step, I'm going to add some some seal screen here. Let's see, this one's a VCC and this is ground, so I'm going to add like a GNC and a VCC, so it's a little bit readable. But right now the video is running really long. I'm already in for really long. Alright, I'm going to stop here, and let's we'll do some little bit adjustment. For now, we just have a little 2 LEDs that will flip flop flop, so we can get red and then blue, red, blue, red, blue, or whatever. Alright, thank you for staying around, and that's all I got for today.